Coming to you live from the Autotrader.ca studios, aka Taylor Reed.
Ooh.
The Canada's Choice Awards grand finale.
It is the big day, you guys. We have been talking about this for more than a month because it is the biggest giveaway that Autotrader.ca has ever done in all of its history.
Some might even call it the most comprehensive giveaway.
Yes.
I mean, why not?
So, a little bit of backstory. Today, we will be drawing the winner live.
Not a port. We want to make it clear. We're not going to be drawing a portrait of the winner and then you have to guess. She means we're We
will be doing a lottery for the winner of the 2021 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Thank you to everybody who voted in the Canada's Choice Awards. We had over 230,000 entries from about 20,000 different people in this giveaway. So I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for participating. We have the winners of the awards that you have voted for. We're going to be announcing them today. And at the end of all that, and there's only 5, so don't worry too much. At the end of that, we will be drawing numbers for the winner of that brand new car, which I'm really excited about.
And just a little reminder, it's not sponsored by anyone. This is Autotrader.ca. Trader Corporation has decided to do this and get behind this idea that we want to make the Canada's Choice Awards really special this year. We used to call them the People's Choice Awards, but we really wanted to kind of reflect that that national, that pan-Canadian perspective here. And so the Canada's Choice Awards, how do we make them special? Well, let's give away a vehicle. And when the idea was kind of bounced around, and it just so happened that people on a Facebook poll said that a RAV4 Hybrid was kind of an attainable dream car. And the cool thing is it's built in Canada. So it really works and it really ties in well, but this is not sponsored by anyone. Toyota's not involved in any way. This is Trader Corp is taking care of this, is going to be providing this prize. So there's no strings attached. There were no kind of special treatment or vote this way and make sure you vote for Toyota. It was really like whatever you wanted to vote for. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so the whole reason we do these awards is to empower you guys, our viewers and our consumers, because we want you to have the power in a lot of these decisions that are being made. And so that's why we let you vote for the car you wanted to win. We let you vote for the winners of these Most Trusted Vehicles awards. And that really just helps your voice be heard. And we think that is really important. And I think that's part of what makes our awards so comprehensive, is because we're the only people that give you that power. Yeah. So we're really excited.
Should we go through these categories or what?
Yeah, so there's 5 categories that you all voted for. Let's start with the first one.
Now, just a reminder, guys. So what we did was, it was like a March Madness style bracket. So we took all of the winners of our expert categories, which you can go check out at autotrader.ca/awards, all those category winners. What we did is we pitted each one of them head to head against another one. And some of the categories, we tried to make them make as much sense as possible, right? So like an Accord versus a Camry sort of deal, but that obviously doesn't always work. So there were some unique ones. But what that did is it helped to narrow it down. So every week it was an elimination style bracket. Whichever vehicle in that category, that head-to-head matchup got the most votes, went on to the next week and streamlined, and it slowly worked its way down until the last week of February, when it was our top finalists in each of these categories. So most trusted automaker overall, most trusted brand, most trusted truck, most trusted car, most trusted green vehicle. What was the 5th one?
Most trusted automaker.
Oh, I thought I said that one overall.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, that's what it seems like, as usual. Anyways, there's 5 of them. We're going to get to all of them. But it's really cool. And I don't know the results. Jody got them sent earlier. So she's aware of these winners, but I have no idea. So I'm finding out at the same time as you guys. Pretty excited. I think we should get to them.
Yes. I need just a little bit of time to pull up something. So
allow me to continue to talk. Guys, news. A little bit of news. I saw Automotive News had a cool story that Kia, as part of its move into electrification, is trademarking the EV prefix for its vehicles. So, and it makes sense now. So Kia in other parts of the world, in Korea, which it's a Korean brand. So in South Korea, if you buy a Kia midsize sedan, it's called the K5. If you bought a compact, it's called the K3. Whereas here, it was called the Forte and the Optima. And about 2 years ago, we saw that Kia was streamlining globally and aligning the naming convention around the world. So the Optima is now the K5. And it was a little bit weird because the Optima was a well-established name. Well, now we kind of know the reason why is because the Optima K5, well, now there's going to be an EV5. So it was just kind of part of that streamlining of, vehicle names so that they make more sense. And now when I look at it, I go, man, that was a smart move.
I kind of wish they told us that before,
no,
so
I
we wouldn't have been so
secret.
confused.
I think it was smart, Now
now it all makes sense, which I'm really grateful for.
So that's a little bit of news. We like to give you guys some news when we new Ford Super Duty with that big 12-inch
new
touchscreen in there, which is kind of cool.
Wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay
awesome.
Also.
Yeah, so little bit of news. I think we're hitting that time of year again where we're going to start to see a little bit more news kind of trickle out.
Yeah, I think so, because we missed there was no auto show this year, right? So that's not going to stop automakers from pushing ahead with all these important new car debuts. Yeah. And so, for the latest and greatest news, just check out autotrader.ca/editorial.
What a plug. I like that.
That was smooth.
That was.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff.
All right.
So for most trusted SUV.
Yes.
You all voted the Toyota RAV4 as the winner.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. It's just so popular.
That Jody and I were having this conversation about like what, obviously we didn't vote in this because, these are your awards, but we both talked about that. Like what's a name that kind of jumps out at you as kind of a trusted name? Because we wanted to kind of, think through these awards a little bit. And the RAV4 is one of those ones that just like, it was kind of cool. We had that laugh about like, it was awesome that, you guys voted for the RAV4 Hybrid to be that attainable dream car, not just because it's built in Canada, but because it has built such a strong reputation over the last, 24 years or whatever it is. It's been on the market now. So yeah, that's not a terribly surprising win.
I mean, and you can see it just by how popular and how many of them you see in the wild. They're everywhere.
Over every generation. Yeah. You still see first generation ones from the late 90s
that are running with like no problems at all. And I love to see that.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Toyota RAV4 for winning most trusted SUV.
Absolutely.
The next category you all voted for was most trusted car.
Yep.
So there was a lot of interesting head-to-head matches in this one.
Okay.
And the Toyota Corolla lineup was voted as the winner.
There you go. That's another one. I mean, one of my best friends bought a Corolla last year, a Corolla hatchback, and he loves it. I mean, I've driven the hatchback, I've driven the sedan, I've driven like everything. It's such a good car. It's not exactly thrilling,
but there's so much value and it's so practical. And I really love that. Everybody has a Corolla story. Yeah, everyone's either been in a Corolla. I learned to drive stick in an old Corolla. So it's a very important part of like our Canadian landscape as a whole.
And my buddy took his on like a rally adventure through the Canadian landscape.
Really?
Oh, it was wild. I honestly, I can't believe that it made it out through this weekend. It was like he was driving it like Tommy Mackinnon. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and all he left with, he lost like the little air dam underneath, like just at the front bumper.
A little plastic part. Yeah.
And has like a little hairline crack in one of the headlights from taking a tree branch. But he was driving this thing like a man possessed.
Wow.
And it was
really
like, I think he was like 4 months old at the time, which we were all like, you're crazy.
Good for them though. That's really exciting. I mean, like the Toyota Corolla is so good because, it had this reputation of being very boring, but nowadays it looks really stylish. It has tons of features. People can take it on crazy adventures like that and survive. Like, I just think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Tell us more.
You all voted the most trusted truck in the whole country as the Toyota Tacoma. And so I know it seems kind of funny because so far every single award has been for Toyota.
I think that goes to show you like that reputation for reliability. That to me, again, that's one of those things. When I sat back and thought about it, what does that mean? What does it mean to be most trusted? Reliability is a huge piece of that. And it's not, the F-150 is the most popular. If this was the most popular
Yes.
contest, the F-150 would be the runaway winner. It's been the best-selling vehicle in Canada for years. But that's not what this is about. This is about what's the most trusted, and that to me means reliability, longevity, you know, like what, and I mean, the same thing as an old Corolla or a RAV4. Like, you see Tacomas. Remember Top Gear? They killed. I mean, it wasn't the Tacoma, but they killed.
They like dropped it off a cliff.
They exploded a building and it ran again. Like
fine.
They put it out and they let the tide take it away. It was nuts. Those things are about as bulletproof as they come. I know guys that have like 450,000 kilometers on their Tacomas, and they still take them out, you know, out in BC, driving up, you know, to go mountain biking, like deep in the backcountry. So
so that reputation for reliability has really lifted Toyota up in that trustworthiness.
For sure.
That's just so cool to see. So congratulations once again to Toyota. The next one, maybe this won't be so much of a surprise. However, you all voted the most trusted green vehicle as, guess.
If I were a betting man, I would say the RAV4 Hybrid and PHEV.
Ding, 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 ding! You are correct.
Again, guys, you know, we want to make it clear, and we made it clear every week, you know, that there was no, I hate to break it to you, but if you think that there was some, you know, magical code that you were cracking by voting for the RAV4 Hybrid, that was going to get you the prize, that's not the way it works. But again, I don't think, I said to Jody, with all due respect to other brands out there, if this was like, if we were giving away a Jeep Wrangler and Jeep won the most trusted, I would be like, something's not right here.
Yeah, I mean, Jeeps are great, and Wrangler fan base is very excited about the car. However,
it's not exactly known for its reliability. It's not exactly known for being kind of a, you know, the type of vehicle like you kind of think when you think of, you know, reliable, when you think of trustworthiness. So that's the point here. Or, you know, it was the same thing if we were giving away like a Fiat 500. I would be like, that's not a. Though we did have a couple bizarre.
A couple people voted for Fiat, like weird brands like Fiat or Maserati as their like most trusted automakers.
But the point is that they didn't win because that would be outlandish.
That would be kind of absurd. Like no offense to Maserati or anything.
But the point being that Toyota, when you see that win, it's like that.
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, you know.
And so I mean that brings us to our final category, which is most trusted automaker.
Okay.
As you can imagine, our audience has voted for Toyota as the most trusted automaker. So congratulations to Toyota for sweeping this year's Canada's Choice Award. But I wanted to mention that Toyota won most trusted automaker last year as well. Yeah. And last year we didn't have a big new car giveaway. No. Last year I think we just did a gift card for Amazon.
Yeah.
And Toyota still won. Yeah. And so to me, it says a lot about why Canadians trust that brand so much.
And you know, Toyota cleans up, like, you know, the double IHS giving away its top safety pick awards every year. Toyota consistently is just right, you know, all kinds of awards. And it's well deserved, you know. And again, so whoever is getting this RAV4 Hybrid prize, you know, you're getting a vehicle that's got a pretty good reputation for reliability and trustworthiness. Yeah. So it all comes together. You know, it really does make a lot of sense for so many different reasons why these awards played out the way they did.
Yeah, so congratulations to Toyota. Very, very interesting results, but also very understandable.
Yeah,
they make a lot of sense to me, so I'm not super surprised. No. But now to the most exciting part, which you probably are all at the edge of your seats for.
We already had crab cakes, so.
We had a snack before we came on air because we get loopy if we don't eat.
Jody has been trying. Okay, guys, I want to let you know, every single week for the last 5 weeks or whatever it's been, Jody's like, let's go get crab cakes. There's this great place around the corner called Hookie's. If you guys are ever in Toronto, you got to check them out. They're right on Queen West here. I guess it would be like just west of Bathurst. So good. Their fish and chips are fantastic. And Jody's like, every week, let's get crab cakes. And every week we end just early enough that they haven't opened yet. So today, our boss was like, let's do these awards a little bit later in the day so that the West Coast, you know, people aren't going to miss these.
And all I could think was crab cakes.
Yeah. Or so the story goes. I'm still not convinced that directive came down, and it wasn't Jody being like, oh, yeah, we want to make sure the West Coast people can get their crab cakes. I mean, watch this live feed. So anyways, point being, we got the crab cakes. She's happy.
I'm in a good mood.
And now at least one of you out there are going to be happy as well, because this is the big moment.
This is the big moment. So I'm going to have to bear with me because there's a little bit of like housekeeping that we have to go through.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick the winner for the 2021 RAV4 Hybrid that you voted for as the car you wanted to win. We got over 233,000 entries. And so what we're going to do is we have a little bingo machine here.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like one of the, I was as excited for this as Jody was for the crab cakes because I've never actually used one of these things. And they're so funny to me. And I can't wait to actually use it. So that's where we're at.
While Dan entertains himself with that, right now we only have 3 numbers in there. There is 0, 1, and 2. And so we're going to draw 6 numbers in total. And each one of those, and that'll create a string of numbers. And every single email that was used to enter our contest is attached to a randomized string of numbers between 0 and however many votes we got, which is about 233,000. Every time I draw a number, I will put it back and we will roll again until we have 6 whole numbers.
So you guys know what it's like. It's like like when you used to watch, you know, when you would see like those bingo night things come up and they would draw one number and then like that. So we're gonna have it up on the screen. Really cool. We got some cool technology here that I can't pretend to understand, that we're gonna be able to have that superimposed right on the screen for you guys to see. So again, just some transparency. And then after we get those first numbers,
we've got more balls here.
Boom, drop them in there. So that's how we'll get the rest of the numbers in the sequence.
Right. So we're starting off with 3. There's only 0, 1, and 2. And then we'll add the rest of the numbers and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, each entry we got was randomized and assigned a random numerical value between 0 and 233,000. Once we've pulled those 6 numbers, I'll dig a little bit in our spreadsheet to find out whose email was associated with that winning number. We will contact this person via email.
This is really important.
Yeah, so this is really important. Okay. You have, if we email you to say that you've won the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, you have 5 days to get back to us, or we'll have to do another draw.
So as much as I know you guys would want to see us again because you love these live streams, the person that wins, make sure if you're not watching, whatever, check your spam. If you entered, make sure to check your spam. You know it's over. You know that today was the day that we're announcing this. So check your inbox, check your spam folder. We'll obviously make that announcement and we're going to make sure that whoever wins, but we can't wait around forever. So just make sure that you're on top of that because that 5-day window, that's it. That's all you got.
Yeah. And then, once we talk to this person over email, someone's going to give you a call. We have to, ask you a skill testing question because that's part of the paperwork and the red tape. And then, there's some stuff to sign. There's, a whole bunch of paperwork that we have to do.
But it's all easy. You get
a whole new car out of it. So
crazy.
Yeah, which is pretty exciting. So why don't we get started? Okay. This is really exciting. So you can roll the first digit. I wish we had like hype music.
It feels pretty hype. Oh.
First number.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
Okay. We'll pop that bad boy back in there.
Yep.
And roll again for digit number 2. The anticipation is killing me right now. I can't believe we're going to give away a whole new car. Oh. Next number.
0.
Another 0. Wow.
0. You guys can, I don't know, it's pretty small, but it's a 0.
Crazy. All right. Are you nervous?
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating. It might just be really hot in here.
My sodium-filled diet is catching up to me quickly.
Those crab cakes are really...
We got a 2.
We got a 2. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the rest of the digits so we can get the rest of the numbers.
Can you digit? Boom, boom. Oh, wait, this one's 2 of them.
They fell out.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, so the next digit.
Ready?
You do the honors, Dan. You're doing so well already.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I think Dan's more excited about the bingo mission than the RAV4.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Oh, no.
I'm just so excited. This is
Okay.
wild.
So you got that? It's a 1. 0021.
Okay, I should write this down.
Yeah.
0021.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that one came up. It's another 0.
Wow.
Lucky number 0. Oh no. We got to do that again. It fell out.
Okay.
Our
Give her
fearless,
a shake.
our fearless leader, Kevin Chang, provided this to us. It's my first time using one of these, and it's as exciting as I thought it would be. It's a 7.
We've got a 7.
We've got a 7. I like doing these one at a time, but the more, like, with all of these in here, they want to come out like a flood.
They're just excited for that RAV4.
Yeah.
So this is the final number, you guys.
Oh!
Woo!
Okay, we'll do that again because it went.
Oh my God, you're killing me, Dan.
Here we go.
Oh, the final number
4.
is a 4. All right, so I'm gonna do some digging in this spreadsheet that has all of the entries. You keep them entertained for just a minute.
All right. So here's the deal, guys. This week I'm driving the 2021 Chevrolet Suburban High Country. And, you know, the Suburban's it's a pretty historic name. And I was thinking about it a lot. Like, you know, Chevrolet, we've seen it kind of cycle through some historic nameplates, you know, and the Malibu is gone, the Impala is gone. So the Suburban is kind of the last non-performance. There's still a Corvette Camaro, but the last non-performance nameplate that is kicking around. And it's like, what does that carry? What weight does that carry? And it's like, that thing, it has like, there's this certain magic to it that I can't wait to tell you guys, you know, kind of the whole story. When you get into it, it's not the most luxurious, you know, big body on frame 3-row SUV. But it just has like this really, Jody's driven it before. It's like, it's really comfortable. It's like really confident to drive. Like you feel good behind the wheel.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
I have the name of our winner. I had to.
Whoa.
I had to stop you in your tracks.
All right.
Because I'm so excited. So the winner, the first part of your email is ISAACOZER.
All right.
And so we will be emailing you shortly. This is the winner. Unfortunately, like we don't know the names of these emails.
So you mean Isaac?
Is it Isaac? I was just wanted to spell it. What if his name was Isa? Isaac Ozer.
Let's go with that. We're going out on a limb here, and we're going to say that it's someone named Isaac.
Isaac Ozer. If that is you, check your emails within the next couple of days. We're going to get in touch with you.
Please do. It's very exciting. Like we said, this is just like something that we, you know, I'm not taking any, you know, kind of credit for this. And this is something that Jody has put so much time and effort into. And, you know, our execs to get behind this idea of giving away this RAV4 hybrid, we appreciate it. And it's because it just, you know, we do feel a certain kind of kinship and connection with you guys. You know, it's like the whole thing that Jody and I enjoy the most about our jobs is being able to speak directly to you guys, to provide advice and to help you guys through, you know, your purchasing journey. We understand that this is such a big part of your lives. You know, that whole anecdote about it being, you know, the second largest purchase of your life, it's true. And I understand, you know, a couple friends and I on social media were discussing, and it's like, I think that everyone in our position should experience the car buying process at least once, just so that we have a better understanding of what you guys are going through. And that helps to inform the advice we're giving you guys. And that kind of goes to this whole holistic thing about, you know, these being the Canada's Choice Awards, because we want you guys to know that, you know, you're in the driver's seat here, but we're right there beside you. We're providing you with the navigation help to get you through this. And that means, and it's not just Jody and I, that's entire, you know, all of autotrader.ca. That's what it's there for. You know, you've got the expert advice, you've got all kinds of tips, you have the marketplace, we have price IQ tools, we have so many resources available to you guys. And that's why this is something that means so much to us, is to be able to really kind of be there from the beginning to the end of the journey, and help you guys out in any way that we can.
Yeah, we want to be a one-stop shop for you. We want to empower you to make more confident decisions. And that's really important to me as an editor, but I also really believe in that message that Trader is trying to send
Absolutely.
out, because like I work there and I'm really proud to work there, and
Same.
I'm proud to do stuff like this,
Yeah.
like give away a new car, and it makes me so happy that we can do this for you. So once
and
again,
you specifically, Isaac
Ozer,
if that's your name, we are doing this for you. You are getting a Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Congratulations. That's so exciting. I think I've won one thing in my life, and I went to, do you remember Import Fest in Toronto?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I went to Import Fest, and it was like a pretty small show. So I'm like walking up and down, and you kind of cut back, and there was right in the middle, there was this booth, and they were giving away, it was like, fill this out. And I kept walking by, and this guy was like, oh, fill out this thing. And I'm like, finally, after like the fourth time, I'm like, if I fill it out, will you leave me alone? And he was like, yep.
Wow.
So I signed it, I put it in the ballot thing. And then like a month later, I get a phone call. And they're like, oh, this was like years ago. And they're like, you won a Garmin GPS.
Nice.
And I was like, what's the catch? And the girl was like, what? No catch. Like, it was just this. So anyways, I've won that. You've won a whole vehicle.
I feel like that's a lot cooler than like what you won.
Way cooler. And it's, so anyways, pretty exciting stuff. Make sure to check that email. We will be reaching out very shortly. And thank you guys so much for joining us throughout this whole thing. Like Jody said, you can go to autotrader.ca/awards/CCA. That's where you can see all those Canada's Choice winners that Jody just ran through. So you can see all those category winners and what they were stacked up against. And then if you remove that CCA, you just go to autotrader.ca/awards. That's where you can see all of our expert awards. So we have more than 20 experts from across the country. And every year we all come together and we vote on our favorites in like 22 categories, I think it is.
22 different categories.
And, so those winners are on there as well. And then just autotrader.ca/editorial. We've got all kinds of expert analysis, comparative tests, reviews, first drives, you name it, it's there. Please go check it out, because again, there are some great resources there at your disposal.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of all the content we put out, because I never want someone to land on our website and be confused by stuff that they've read. I just want everything to be very understandable. If you know nothing about cars, you will understand what we are trying to tell you at autotrader.ca/editorial. And even if you like cars and you are an enthusiast, there's stuff on there for you too. So we really want it to be for everyone. Yeah. We put a lot of effort into making sure everybody is represented.
Absolutely. And once again, I do want to say thanks again to all the people working behind the scenes, all of our developers, Andy Lynn, our production editor, who put so much work into, the nuts and bolts of these awards. All of that effort really, it goes without much praise, but it's tough work, and we appreciate it, because I wouldn't be able to know where to even start.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
It's great. We appreciate everybody coming together to put these awards. So, really, I guess until next year.
Until next year, I wonder what the prize will be next year.
Crab cakes.
Crab cakes, lifetime supply.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Everybody.